Well, this is Baruch Fleischman here at the Tikkun Elevator Kollel, and it is time for our shir in the 5-minute shir for Parshas Pinchas. Let's not waste any time. We're on page Shin Lamed Bet, and we are following along as we go. We'll do the best we can. Because Ruach Nochis, so he says when the wind, that is the breath, goes downwards. Where does the Ruach come from? It comes from the arousal of the Tiferes, which is their Anpin. Yored el Malchus goes down towards Malchus, but now we're talking about Ruchos, which are winds. Nachis bekam Ruchim, it goes down with many different winds. Ozhu Yored im kama Ruchos. Behind im Daled Ruchos, the Lokamon, we're going to explain what the 4 Ruchos are later. But Malcha im Tachele, it's like a king with his army. Bakanfe Rea Makablim the Rucha. Then you have the wings of the lungs which receive this breath, this wind that is coming down. The Ihu Malko Laiku, because the wind itself rules them. Bakanfe Rea Shehem Malachia Malchus, the wings of the lung, which are actually agents of Malchus. Mekablam Aleichem as Ruach Tiferes, they receive this wind that is coming from Tiferes. Who is this? Shuhu Melech Aleichem, that he rules over them. Kama Daramena, like we said before, and their faces, and their wings are open. Kadei lekabel Aleichem as a Melech Shuha Tiferes, in order to receive from Tiferes, who is their king, to receive him. Begam al zen ne'emar, on this it's also v'hoyaka ruvin parsik on the fine lamala, that the cherubs also had their wings spread up above. Let's go on. Izakoy and evaran debaran nash bipigudin de asay. So let's say you're avarim, let's im evareh adam heim zoche bekiyam mitzvahs asin. Because if the avarim, your limbs, or he's really talking about your organs, are merited as a result of being able to receive a positive commandment, lahashros aleichem hashchina, which is what? To bring the Shechina down onto them. We're talking about our bodies, right? That each individual part has a chiyuv to be able to bring the Shechina in. The Malchi law, the Ichu Ruach HaKodesh, because he says the upper king, which is their Anpen. Hanikra Ruach HaKodesh is also called by that name. When he receives godless, another mochim that come from Chochma into Bina, into Zer Anpen, that cross Kodesh, then he's called Kodesh. Nachis Basulim, he goes down like in a ladder. The Yuhu Garong Bakama Ruchim Kadishim, and that is he enters into the throat itself, which we said before has 6 rings. And as if and he goes with many different winds. Azhu Yored Basulim, he goes down the ladder, Shuhu Hagorn with a Shuba Bechinas Das, which is the aspect called Das. So he says Das is that element which spreads all the shefa from up above, Bakama Ruchos Kadoshim, and he spreads it into many different winds. The Idmar Alaichos said on the law of the Ba'osa Malachos Ruchos, he's able to make the angels into winds. The Salchin, the Kabul, Elin, the Chabal, and the Liba. So as you have this wind coming down, and it's coming down through the wings of the lungs, and it's going down as the same time as that there is heat coming up, Havolim, that are coming up out of the heart, Ba'olim Kenega, the Ruchos of Tiferes, and now these Ruchos, these cool winds that are blowing down from Tiferes, and the metaphor is really their Anpin and Malchus, so listen carefully to the beauty of the metaphor. He says that the Ruchos of Tiferes are coming down. This is the concept of their Anpin coming down to the Nukva, Havolim, Hachamim, Shalalei, but the Malchus is hot, Malchus full of dinim. And so she has hot vapors coming up. In order to be able to cool down the heat of those vapors, shuhu hamalchus, which is malchus, through the winds of Tiferes. The Idmar Alaichu said in regards to them, the malchus, Mesharsov Eish Lohet, that her servants are fires that are burning. Kihem Anfe Shel Shem Adni, that is her agents. What are what? These are the wings of the name Adni. Nikroya Malachi Elokim, which are called the Malchi Elokim. Adni goes with the word Malchus. Lahavos Eish, and they do Malachi Elokim. He said Allahu Itmar, and so we're right here. I'm sorry, I lost the place there for a second. And on regards to them, it is said like this: Va'al Malachi Tiferes Ne'emer Kol Hashem Chotzev. The voice of Hashem, it's a carver. Lahavos Eish, in order to be able to kill to kindle fires. Ki kol Hashem shuchat Tiferes, because the voice of Hashem, which really comes from Zer Anpin, which is the concept of Tiferes, who Chotzev, he is. So he said, once again, let me try that again. The voice of Hashem is the ability to be able to carve out. Lachavos eish, to kindle fires. Kikol chavaya, shuchat Tiferes, which is Tiferes, who chotzev, he carves out, umamtik as the lachavos eish shal hamalchus, to be able to sweeten the fires that come from Malchus. This is Baruch Fleischman with a 5-minute shear in Pinchas. Pinchas.